my beautiful friends. So today I wanted to talk about ultrasounds. So I just remember when I was 27 years old, I had to go get my first ultrasounds, and I didn't know what to expect, what it was, what to expect, and all this. So anyway, I went and they did a regular ultrasound and a vaginal ultrasound. So I wanted just to clarify a little bit what to expect and what the difference is, because I so wish somebody would have done this for me when I was there. So I hope this helps somebody out there. So when you go for a regular ultrasound, you just go into the room, lay down, and then lift up your shirt, lower your pants, below wherever you need it. Wherever you're having the ultrasound, you have to remove the clothing, and then they take a wand and then they go over the area. They can't do it on top of your clothes. They have to do it directly on your skin. And sometimes they push with a little force, but not too much pressure, but just enough, because they have to get down in there, kind of like kneading dough if you're making cookies or something like that. It's not aggressive, it's not painful, it's just, just a little applied pressure. Kind of like getting a deep tissue massage, if you kind of know the difference with that. So that's pretty much the basics for a regular ultrasound. It doesn't hurt. Like I said, if they have to poke in just a little bit for pressure, that's the worst pain that there is with it, and it's not even pain. So a regular ultrasound is pretty easy peasy. They have a monitor up and they can see, in black and white or sometimes color, but to me it looks like looking through a telescope to another planet that's full of craters, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. That's what it looks like to me, but put in the comments below if you had one and you think differently. So what I really wanted to get into here was the vaginal ultrasound, because I wish when I had my first one someone would have prepped me for it, because it can be scary and intimidating. And anytime you're having any kind of procedure done, it's kind of stressful. It can invoke your anxiety, your fears, your all crazy emotions, and stressful, and it doesn't have to be. So I thought if I could share this with somebody, maybe it'll help. So I was 27 when I had my first one, and I remember how traumatizing it was. So this is why I'm sharing. So anyway, to have a vaginal ultrasound, they do it for many different reasons. If you're having any issues, or you're pregnant, or lots of different reasons. So what you do is you go, and I don't know if you've had or haven't had a female checkup, but you lay on a table and your legs go up in the air and spread, and they give you a sheet to put over your waist below, so it's not like you're laying there naked in the middle of the room, but you're laying there unclothed underneath the sheet, and the person doing the ultrasound will come in, and usually they'll have a second person there just for everybody's safety, comfort, and liability. And if they don't, ask them to if you're uncomfortable. But usually there's two people in the room during this procedure, and the tech has an instrument that they have to inject up into your vaginal area. And it's about 18 inches long. It's like kind of like a core, let's see, what size is this, 30-ounce core water bottle. It's not this big around, so don't panic. It's about that long, and not probably as big as the largest round tampon that you've ever seen or can see. And they usually will say, I'm going to hand this to you underneath the sheet, and I need you to put this in to your vaginal area. And then once it's in, it's lubed. So then you put it in, and then they have their hand at the other end of the wand, we'll call it. So let's just pretend this is the wand, and this end down here is what they're handing you, and they keep their hands up here. So they are not actually touching your vaginal area at all. They're they're holding on to the wand. And I'm assuming that's another reason why it's at least 18 inches long, so that way there is no contact. So anyway, they have their hand on the end of the wand and they are moving it around in your vaginal area. Depending on what you're there for is, I guess, where they're moving it around looking for, whatever it is that they're looking for. Some areas, if you are having issues somewhere, wherever they move it, it may, you may feel a little pressure or a little discomfort, but nothing painful. It's a little pressure, discomfort. It lasts like a split second and it's over with. And when they're done, they'll say, I'm going to remove it now. And then they'll remove it and they'll leave the room and allow you to clean up and get dressed. And then they'll come in and, you know, either talk to you about what they've seen, or they'll tell you they'll do a follow-up, or you can ask your questions or whatever. So it's nothing to be scared of. It's nothing to be fearful of. It's professional. You know, like I said, the only things is if they don't offer to have a second person in there and you're more comfortable with one, please ask. And that's pretty much the most of it. If you are a person that is very, very sensitive to pain, maybe take something, you know, that's safe and good for you to help you relax. But it's really not as bad and scary as what we psych ourselves into it being. So I just want to stress that, and hopefully it's a means to an end for you, or at least a direction to know what to go to pursue your health. Remember, you have to be your best health advocate. So follow your gut instinct. One thing I will say, when you are and they're laying on your back and having the procedure done, and it pretty much most procedures, if you just take deep breaths, and if it helps to close your eyes or look at the ceiling and just take those deep breaths, it helps the procedure to go a lot quicker. It helps you to stay calm and focused, and also tune in and listen to your instinct about what's right and what's wrong, and you'll get answers. We were designed to heal ourselves. So there's a lot of power and truth in that. Anyway, I hope that this all helps anybody out there, and until next time, stay fabulous. Goodbye.